Hey boys and bears, this is Daniel W. Kelly, and tonight I thought I'd do something a little more sophisticated. I'm going to discuss two literary masterpieces, and they are the novelizations of Halloween and Halloween 2. These have parts that are not in the actual movies, which makes these treasures. We'll begin with Halloween. In Halloween, there's a whole prologue about the Celtic race and this young deformed boy who is, rejected by this young girl, and when she gets married, he kills she and her husband. Now this carries through the bloodline of Michael Myers, apparently, and brings in the supernatural element of Michael Myers. We get to meet Michael Myers and his grandmother tells him all about the boogeyman, and how the boogeyman was real, and this, five and dime Halloween crap that he's wearing is not the real Halloween. We also learn that Michael Myers is hearing voices. And then we get to see Judith answer the door when there are trick-or-treaters. And she says, well, what happens if I don't give you any candy? And one of the trick-or-treaters says, then we'll kill you. And she looks at the trick-or-treaters, and amongst the group she notices her brother, and she assumes it's her brother. So then, you know what happens after that. So then we go to the sanitarium. And at the sanitarium, Michael Myers has all the other inmates terrified. It seems that whenever one of the inmates wrongs Michael Myers, something bad happens to them. Dr. Loomis is catching on. Then Michael asks to have a Halloween party. Loomis is very suspect, but he thinks he'll catch Michael in the act this time. Well, he doesn't, but something bad happens. So now we flash forward to 1978, and in 1978 we get to learn a lot more about Laurie as a character, which is really, really cool. We do get to hear more of a conversation between she and her father when he gives her the keys to the Myers house, so you see a little bit of their relationship. And then on her way home from school, when she runs into Sheriff Brackett, he teaches her a little self-defense, and she throws him over her shoulder. Weird. But then she gets home and she talks to her mother. We never got to meet her mother. She talks to her mother about evil, because she's thinking a lot about evil. And then she also brings up the Myers boy. Her mom doesn't blink an eye. So clearly Halloween 2 was not planned yet. So that happens, a lot more stuff happens. One of the exciting parts is every time Michael Myers thinks about killing a young girl or killing his sister Judith, he gets a Woody! Woo! So, other than that, the only other thing very notable is that at the end, Dr. Loomis talks to a neighbor who says, is this a joke? I've been trick-or-treated to death. And you know what Dr. Loomis says? Dr. Loomis says, you don't know what death is. So that scene, of course, was in the opening of, Halloween 2. So I'm wondering if it was, written for Halloween and then they just decided to cut it out and then used it for Halloween 2. So now in Halloween 2, this isn't as expanded upon as the first book, but there are some notable parts. Mrs. Elrod, the old lady who finds the blood on her knife in her kitchen at the beginning, she answers the door for some trick-or-treaters, and we learn that she lives across the street from the Myers house, according to the book. The other scene that I love, this is the best scene, I wish it had been shot for the movie, is the reporter who is at the murder scene. She takes an isolated road to the hospital. Her car gets a flat tire, so she has to pull over. Luckily, this guy in a pickup truck comes by and he helps her change the tire. But he's a little aggressive and he wants payback for giving her some help. And you know what the payback is. She manages to get rid of this guy. Whew, thank God. Threat is over, right? No! Michael Myers is in the trunk of her car the whole time! So now we know how Michael Myers got to the hospital. So other than that, there's a couple of parts. Laurie has more dreams about her family and her friends, and before she realizes that she's Michael Myers' sister. So other than that, the only other scene at the end, the discussion between the cops about where's the other body, it's a little bit more expanded upon, which makes it seem like the author knew they'd probably want to make another movie. He was trying to imply that Michael Myers is still alive. But what the author didn't know, he says that there were 2 murders in 1963. Hello, do your homework. And he also refers to Annie's boyfriend as Tommy. No, Annie's boyfriend wasn't little Tommy Doyle. Sorry. So, that's weird that he made those errors and that it wasn't caught. But, they want to rush these things out when the movies come out back in 1981. So, that's it. That's my gift to you. Halloween 2. These are my Halloween gift to you. And, these books changed my life. These books made me want to write books that read like horror movies. So, there you have it, guys. That's my gift to you for this Halloween. Oh, wait, there's one more gift. Happy Halloween, guys. This is my Jack-O-Lantern. Don't forget to read my new book,